welcome back to another live stream. Just cracking open a nice energy drink. Happy Sunday, everyone out there. I hope you're having a good Sunday. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of, potential debates are being set up right now, but we'll see what happens. But let's wait for some people to get in here. Let's wait for some people to get in here, and then we can get the conversation started. We can talk. But yeah, I hope everyone out there is having a good, great, fantastic Sunday. Welcome in. Who do we got watching? Oh, hello, Jimmy. Hello, Jimmy. So this other YouTuber wants to debate me. I mean, I don't know if you saw the quote-unquote, hit piece about the MAGA cultist. It almost has 20,000 views on it, posted by, Owen's Fireside Chart, talking about me and talking about my trucker buddy. But he only made himself look dumb in this entire thing. I mean, the other liberal I think I'm going to debate, he has a YouTube channel. He's a little bit more common sense. But at the same time, he has a God complex. He thinks he knows more than everybody. And he thinks if you can't answer a stupid breakfast question that you're an idiot. When he asked me the question, I didn't even give him an answer. I said, fuck off. That's a dumb question. Hello to all. God bless America, and Charlie Kirk will never be forgotten. Hell yeah. Hello, Steel Handler. Hello, everyone. Smash that like and subscribe button. I hope everyone out there is doing good. I understand the breakfast question. All it is seeing if you can take a what-if scenario and comprehend it. But it's just a dumb question. It's a dumb philosophical question. And second off, you don't judge someone's intelligence based on philosophical questions that they can or cannot answer. Well, once again, this guy just has a God complex. He thinks he's better than everyone. But, I mean, then again, that's a reason my channel is, growing faster. Soon we'll overlap his subs. So it's only a matter of time until that. Probably at the end of the year, we'll blow past them as usual. Move, Joseph. God bless, brother. Nice, not move. Okay. I have no clue what you're trying to say, honestly. But welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Another thing is, Democrats, none of them know a single damn thing about immigration. Half of them can't even make up their minds about what their opinion is on Donald Trump's immigration policies. And the other half of them, have no clue what the hell they're even talking about. It's like they don't know what an illegal immigrant is. Like, this is a litmus test. You had a litmus test for... There's a couple litmus tests for Democrats. You had a litmus test, the breakfast question, which you literally stole off a libtarded podcast. And, Destiny loves it. All those little libtards love your dumb breakfast question. If you're so intelligent, if you know so much, if you're such a god, then why is my YouTube growing faster than yours? Why am I raking in more views than you? I mean, since you know everything and you're so perfect and you know everything, just makes zero sense to me. It's because people got to make videos about me because they know I'm pulling in the views. People got to make videos about me because they see it's blowing up. That's why. And they see Trump is doing a great job and they're pissed. They're pissed off at my channel for raking in the views, and then they're more pissed off about my message of, spreading about Donald Trump and about being a conservative. That's 100% right, Finch. They could not. It's all about these stupid, unimportant questions. It's all about pivoting. It's all about trying to, confuse the person they try to debate. It's all about, these Democrats have a God complex. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I'm extremely humble, even though sometimes I'll say the views or, the subscribers. I'm just talking about a statistical, statistical thing here. I'm not talking about anything else. I just think it's weird that if you're such a god, you can't be defeated. You're so good at debating and arguing and talking with people, and you know everything. I think it's just a little bit weird that one channel is growing faster than another channel. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you might have more subscribers for doing this for, 2 or 3 years straight. But the fact is, I just came out of nowhere a couple months ago with 3,000 subscribers, and now we're getting more and more and more. Elon Musk is not in the damn Epstein files. He's not in the damn Epstein files, guys. He's not in the damn Epstein files. Elon Musk is not in the Epstein files. I think that's a Russian conspiracy theory. That's a Russian conspiracy theory. It's actually not. It's just a Democrat conspiracy theory. But welcome in, everyone. How's everyone doing? Let's just move on from Epstein. It is just baiting at this point. It's just slander and smut on other people's names. Really. Slander and smut. You just can't claim something with no evidence. Well, tell the Democrats that. Tell the Democrats that. Because they're the ones that keep saying people like Elon Musk are on that list. Why is James Comey on the run from the law? He was supposed to turn himself in on Friday. It is Sunday now. Why is James Comey on the run? Beautiful, blessed Sunday. Smash that like and subscribe button. If anyone has any questions, comments, anything they want to talk about, drop some super chats. You don't care about the kids. You don't care about the kids. You don't care about the files. The only thing you care about is putting Donald J. Trump in prison. You don't care about the 475,000 missing kids at the border. Because you don't care about the kids. You don't care about putting these people in prison that are doing wrongdoing. You just care about putting Trump in prison. That is the fact. That is the fact. But can we get the 25 likes to start off with? Then we can go up from there, guys. Charlie Kirk was a Christian man killed for his beliefs, for telling the truth. Am I trolling? No, I'm done answering these questions permanently. Don't ask me if I'm rage baiting. Don't ask me if I'm trolling. And don't say anything about how Charlie Kirk was killed by a MAGA or a groper. You guys are demon rats. Demon rats. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying it. I don't give a damn if a video got posted about me with 20,000 views, saying, oh, look at this guy calling us demon rats. Yeah, when you act demonic, and you're in the Democrat Party, that is called being a demon rat. It's very simple. I am Charlie Kirk. You are Charlie Kirk. We're all Charlie Kirk. We almost got 500 people in here. Smash that like and subscribe button, guys. We're edging up towards 20,000 subscribers. Did the Democrats actually have any reasonable criticism, critiques, anything they actually want to talk about? I mean, you can drop a super chat. I'll read it out loud and we can all discuss. But other than that, I'm not actually seeing any real things that you guys have to say. Excuse me. But smash that like and subscribe button. How about this? Everyone spam MAGA down in the comments section. Demo rat. I prefer demon rat. MAGA, hell yeah, MAGA. Hey Drewby, what's up, man? MAGA. Good morning. How's everyone doing out there? Let's see if we can see any recent news. I think the news for Sunday is kind of dry today. But we can talk about, Trump's deportation of illegal immigrants. He's deporting all these illegal immigrants out of here. It's fantastic. I saw that he sent the National Guard into Portland. Thank God he sent the National Guard into Portland. Watching these libs get triggered. I mean, you're on the right channel if you want to watch libs get triggered. Even though that's not what we're about, we just, share the truth of this country. But the libs get triggered no matter what. Anytime they see anything related to Trump, they get triggered because they have Trump derangement syndrome. James Comey on the run. Why did the Democrat criminals run away from the law? That's an interesting thing. I don't know. Maybe because they're criminals and that's what they do? The Democrats are criminals. They protect criminals like George Floyd is their hero. They worship George Floyd. He pointed a gun at a pregnant woman. How can you worship George Floyd? Are you fucking kidding me? Even if Trump was wrong about 90% of the shit he said, you worship fucking George Floyd. You worship a political party that wants to cut off kids' penises. You worship a political party that indoctrinates kids into transgenderism. I don't want to fucking hear about how Trump was wrong about this or wrong about that. No one's right about everything, but when you literally are part of a political party that cuts off 8 and 9-year-old kids' penises, there's nothing to be right about. You can sit here and debate all you want, but if you claim you're a Democrat and you support Joe Biden and that Joe Biden was better, at the end of the day, you're losing all around. He spent $120 million of your taxpayer money in Africa to push LGBTQ and transgenderism shit there and all kinds of wild shit. At the end of the day, doesn't matter if Trump is wrong about even half of the shit, 90% of the stuff. If he was wrong about 99% of the stuff he was doing, even if he was violating the Constitution, or not violating, attempting to violate the Constitution, even if he was attempting to do that, it would still be the correct choice over the party of literal devil worshippers. I'm not saying they all worship the devil, but when you're actively supporting, a political party's decision to kill babies and cut off kids' penises, how the fuck can you tell me you're on the side of the good? Just a genuine question. How can you tell me you're on the side of good? But I guess no one has an answer because it's the demon rat party, am I right? I mean, listen, guys, I know some good Democrats out there. My friend Chris, he's a good Democrat lawyer. I have some other friends and family that are really good people that are Democrats. But at the end of the day, if you're supporting these specific things, I don't even know how the hell you can say you're on the side of good. Even if Trump was wrong about hella shit, which he's not in the first place, but if he was, you would still be on the side of wrong and evil. There's no getting around it. There's no getting around with all kind of awful shit that your political party has done. Try to strip away our gun rights, etc., etc., etc. Should I keep going? They wanted us to fund all these other countries with LGBTQ. They want to use your taxpayer dollars to put rainbow streets up and down the major cities of America. That's fine if you want to put that rainbow street, but pay for it with your own damn money. Don't use our taxpayer dollars to put a fucking rainbow street. No, thank you. Look, Mom. I said show the Epstein files 700 times a day on the internet. So cool. Keep spamming. I can't even read your damn comment because the comments are moving by so fast. If you have something to say, you can drop a super chat and I'll read it. Very, very simple. And I love how they're all saying Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. The Democrat judges refused to release the Epstein transcripts in freaking Florida and New York. The Democrat judges. The Democrats also voted against releasing the Epstein files. But when Republicans do it, when they both do it at the same exact time, they'll literally say, it was the Republicans. It was the Republicans. Like, please, look up what the fuck you're talking about. Use a little bit of research. But smash that like button. Subscribe. They think I'm getting crazier. Well, the truth is, America isn't crazy. We just voted for the right man for the job. We voted for Donald J. Trump. You know who's crazy? The radical left that keeps rising violence against people on the right. They keep raising violence against us. Let's see if I can find something. Welcome in our country. Thank you for being so naive. Here's the prime problem with the radical left. Shit like this happens. Yes, this is the man that played in Karate Kid. This is fucked up. There's no going around it. This is fucked up. This is exactly why you should not support the radical left. Not to mention, if you support the, party of conservatives, you'll get lower taxes. But if you support the party of the radical left, you'll get this. A man with pink dreadlocks and a dress. That is fucked up. That's what radical left Hollywood will do to you. That's exactly what will happen if you join the Democrat Party. You see how he looked in Karate Kid? He was probably a Republican back then. Now he joined the demon rat party and he became a demon. It's that damn simple. It's that damn simple. Now tell me that ain't fucked up. Go ahead, tell me. He's been hanging at too many radical left Hollywood, Los Angeles, California parties. That's what happened to him. That is fucked up, my guy. That's fucked up. That's exactly what will happen to you if you start believing. This is trans Tifa right now. This is trans Tifa. There's no going around it. This is damn trans Tifa. This is what happens when you join the Democrat Party and you get indoctrinated into the radical left. Either that or, you try to take someone out because of their political beliefs. And that is pathetic. Trying to silence people with violence is the very fascism they claim that Donald J. Trump is pushing. But they are the fascists. They are the fascists. Hit that like and subscribe button if you guys have any comments, questions, anything you want to talk about. Just drop some super chats. This is Jaden Smith. Have you guys not seen his recent transformation? This ain't a damn joke. It won't let me buy a super chat, someone said. Well, you gotta probably exit and come back in. Is anyone else having that problem with the super chats? Just swipe out of the live stream and then join back in. Reload the YouTube app. It should work. Hopefully the super chats are working. Someone said it's not working for them. Smash that like and subscribe button. Oh, that's an interesting question. Trans Tifa, God bless you. God bless Donald J. Trump. And God bless America. God bless you, Travis Brickle. I appreciate that, sir. Super chats are working for him, I guess. But how does someone dressing affect me? You know how uncomfortable this makes women when you go into their restroom looking like this? It makes them extremely uncomfortable. Extremely uncomfortable. There's been instances of these kinds of people harming women. Why does that affect anyone? Like I just said, if they go into a woman's restroom, yeah, that affects them. Men should go in men's restroom. Natural-born men should go in men's restrooms. Natural-born women should go in women's restroom. Thank God that is Florida state law. Thank God that is Florida state law. Not AI. Jaden is well known for wearing dresses. This first him/her it very well. Yeah, no kidding. And there's lots of pictures. Have you guys not been keeping up with Jaden Smith recently? I mean, I don't really keep up with him, but I see it all over the internet. And, all over the internet it's showing him, coming more and more out feminine and trans. I don't know what he is, honestly, but... Sorry. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. But yeah, that's that, guys. That's your role model. That's the radical left's role model right here. Trump keeping women safe in sports and locker rooms. Thank you, Donald J. Trump. I am snotty. And it is gross. I gotta blow my nose. Radical leftist. Yup. Jaden Smith, radical leftist. Enjoy this photo for a moment. Is that Jaden Smith? That's radical left Democrat Jaden Smith. That is Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith is now wearing lipstick and wearing dresses. This is a fact. That is trans Tifa Jaden Democrat Smith. That is indeed. That's him. That's him, all right. It's a fake image, admit it. Well, I'm not 100% sure if this one is possibly AI edited or not. I'm not 100% sure, but I will say, this is actually true. The whole concept. I don't know if this is actually from their birthday party or not, but basically, the end of the story is that either this is real or fake, who cares? But this is real lipstick, and this is real purple dreadlocks. And Jaden Smith is walking around like this. So what does it matter if this image is real or fake? It probably is real, but I would have to do some investigation. I would have to probably do some investigation. But all I know for a fact is that Jaden Smith is wearing lipstick and dresses. And that is because of the Democrat demonic party. You have to praise God, Jaden. What happened to your Christian ways? Is it because you saw your dad get punked and now you're all up in this? That ain't cool. That ain't cool. This is the highlight of trans Tifa. Trump is giving farmers money. Thank you, Donald J. Trump. Thank you. Excuse me. What does this guy say? Thank you, Tierman Beats. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's just lipstick and a dress. What's the big deal? This is a man. What is he going to do next? Go into a woman's bathroom? Is he going to go into a woman's bathroom? Is he going to go into a woman's bathroom? Do what you want to do. I don't support that kind of lifestyle. I don't believe it's Christ-like, etc., etc. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Jaden Smith is wearing lipstick and dresses. It's not just one image. It's hundreds of photos of Jaden Smith wearing lipstick and dresses. If you think that's okay, then I don't know what to tell you. Just enjoy your ride along with the Democrat Party and losing election on election on election on election on election on election. The humiliation ritual. Yes. Humiliation ritual. I guess that's a part of, what it takes to join the Democrat Party, but I'm not 100% sure. But smash that like and subscribe button if you guys have any comments, questions. Like I said, the Democrat Party doesn't even know what an illegal immigrant is. They said, oh, you can come into the country illegally and apply for asylum. No, that's asylum law, but some of the measures that Donald J. Trump has done are, basically if you come in illegally, even if you're going to apply for asylum, you can get deported. And I have plenty of evidence to back that up. Jaden Smith uses the men's bathrooms. Admit it. How should I know what bathroom he uses? How should I know? How do we know that he's not trying to use women's bathrooms? How do I know? I don't know. You don't know. I don't know. Maybe TMZ will come out and say, look at the bathroom he's using. I don't know, and I don't know why it matters. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. How am I lying by saying I don't know what bathroom he uses? How is that a lie? Smash that like and subscribe button. The Democrats love their Tylenol. They got Democrat women in the hospital right now from overdosing on Tylenol. It's really scary, Pregnant woman overdosing on Tylenol. One is on fucking life support for trying to prove Trump wrong. Holy cow. That is Trump derangement syndrome at its finest. But that is sickening and disgusting. That person should go into one of Trump's new mental asylums. I mean, not this person, but also this person. But I'm talking about the lady that took so much Tylenol she's on life support. She should be sent to a new Trump asylum, because you have to be pretty maddening to have Trump derangement syndrome so badly. You're taking handfuls of Tylenol when you're pregnant. Are you freaking kidding me? Forget about the whole, thing that he said about it. There's other side effects of it. There's other side effects of it. It's like a common known thing not to take too much of any medication. Doesn't matter if it's ibuprofen, Tylenol, anything like that. This is not medical advice, but this is facts. Smash that like and subscribe button, guys. Let's get to 100 likes. We're at 66 right now. Doesn't really matter. We're not gonna sit here and argue about Semetics. Is this AI? Is this not AI? Doesn't really matter. The facts are that he has been wearing lipstick and dresses. That's the only part that matters. The far left is wrong and the far right is just as wrong. Moderates only. Actually, you probably, are surprised, but I agree with this. The far left is very wrong, and so is the far right. Listen, the far right doesn't like me, my guy. People that are actually far right, they do not like me. I've debated one of them recently on my channel, and they don't like me, my guy. They are far right. I mean, look through my live streams. Look for the one that says, far right, a debate. You can watch it for yourself. I'm definitely not on the far right, at least not to their standards. They're not going to accept me into their club, apparently, because I don't believe in their ideals and their beliefs. They believe in zero legal immigration. I believe in immigration. Just come here legally. Don't jump over the border. Don't think just because you jump over the border you can file for asylum and you won't be deported. It is a fact, if you jump over the border or break any immigration laws, that you can be deported. I have the evidence, I have the proof. I'm going to be debating this soon, and it's not going to go good for that YouTuber guy that thinks he's some kind of debate god. Let's see, what did your comments say? Listen, to my Christian values, to my conservative values of where I want to see this country, I would like for traditionalism to come back. And you can call me ultra right-wing if you want. Just because I want men to look like men and women to look like men. I mean, not women to look like men. Please don't do that. No, that was a mistake. But just because I want men to look like men and women to look like women does not mean, anything. Has nothing to do with, discrimination, etc., etc. Do what you want. But I have traditional values, and I want this country to be like it used to be. In the 1950s, most men were masculine, and most women were feminine. I am libertarian. I believe in liberty. I'm not saying I would ever, push against people. I would never try to make any laws about how men dress, whatever. I believe in freedom. If you want to do this, it's fine with me. But it's not something I support. It's not a lifestyle I support. I'm not forcing my beliefs, but I can use my freedom of speech. Since you believe in liberty, I can use my freedom of speech to tell people I disdain towards this kind of activity. Can I not? It's freedom of speech. I can tell you if I dislike this activity if I want to. Just like they can wear this. If you believe in liberty, Mr. King, then you should know that part of liberty is freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is not violence, it's not harassment, and it's not even necessarily hate. Smash that like and subscribe button. Let's get to 100 likes. Did you know that this man is really wearing lipstick and wearing dresses? Like, why are so many people saying AI, AI, AI? Even if it was AI, does it really matter, or does the point matter more? I know the radical leftists and the Democrats don't believe in freedom of speech. They're constantly trying to silence anyone with any kind of freedom of speech whatsoever. They try to silence you with violence. They try to silence you through social media, etc., etc. I know you don't care what Jaden Smith wears, but Obviously, a lot of people in the comments are caring about it. But smash that like and subscribe. What is a radical leftist? Anyone that believes any of the radical ideology on the left. Very, very simple. It has a complex definition. I get this question a lot. But if anyone wants me to break down what a radical leftist is, drop a super chat. I'll break it down for you. I can also give you the definition from the dictionary. I'm definitely not radical right. Like I said, I believe in legal immigration into this country. I do believe in letting legal immigrants come into this country through the processes and avenues that we have. I do not believe in, taking away people's liberty to make our country more right-wing. That's another thing ultra right-wing people believe in. And I simply do not believe in that. What about abortion? I really don't support that. I think, you're unaliving babies, and that's pretty disgusting. But I do believe in some medical exceptions, and I don't believe, it should not be completely outlawed or illegal or banned. But, I believe letting it up to the states. Like it already is, leave it up to the states. I also don't believe, states prosecuting you for going out of state for abortions. But morally, I don't believe in it at all. Yeah, I know, Juby. He's in there. He's, one of the shit talkers out there. He thinks he knows so much about immigration. The only thing he said about immigration was incorrect. It was completely incorrect. But he wants me to mention his name, but I'm not going to mention his name because he's trying to get clout. He's trying to get attention. He sees my streams get more views than his because he doesn't talk about shit. He's not entertaining. All he does is ask people this dumbass breakfast question, and when he has me blocked. F him. Why does he have you blocked? He thinks he's better than everyone because he can ask you a stupid breakfast question, and then when you tell him fuck off, you're not going to answer that. Then he gets, upset. He says, well, you're not smart enough to debate me. You don't have critical thinking. This question isn't about breakfast. It's about to see if you have critical thinking, to see if you can take a what-if scenario, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck about your stupid philosophical questions. Like, this is not an actual question to determine someone's intelligence or debating skills. And not to mention, you're 48 years old. You were damn near crying yesterday. You couldn't keep your voice down or keep your voice at a level, at a coherent level. You kept raising your voice and lowering your voice and making it all squeaky voice and shit. No, man, you got to control yourself. You got to control yourself, man. If you can't control your feelings, then, I guess you are a liberal. Smash that like and subscribe button, guys. Composure, yeah, you got to show a little bit of composure if you want to talk and debate with me, which obviously this man doesn't have. Like, you basically got bitch slapped by Eric yesterday verbally. Verbally bitch slapped by Eric yesterday in the Discord. Just because you want to act like a fucking baby. I mean, at that point, I don't know if I should debate you, but hell, I'll do it for the audience, not because, I actually think it's a challenge. You didn't even know I'll give it to you. You have a good way of trying to make people look stupid. You have a good way of trying to make yourself look right when you have no idea what you're talking about. I looked up what you said about immigration. You were wrong. I have the evidence and the proof now. When we're in an actual debate, it's not going to be like last night when I was sleepy in a voice chat with you, when I was halfway falling asleep. It's not going to be that easy. But if anyone wants to debate me, they can join the... Here, you know what? I should put the Discord in the bio, in the comments right here, so you guys can join it if you want. That is Jaden Smith. This will be the new influencer for the Democrat Party. What do you guys think? Would that be a good influencer for the Democrat Party? Can we get some yeses or some nays? Why do you call all your opposition liberals? Not all my opposition is liberals, but this guy is definitely a liberal. He said it multiple times that he supports Joe Biden, and he says, Joe Biden did better for the economy than Trump. You might have this litmus question about breakfast, but this is my litmus question, and you failed it multiple times already. You probably don't even know what a litmus question means. You were just watching Destiny's podcast, and you saw he asked someone a breakfast question, and you're like, I'm going to steal that. That's so cool. I'm going to ask people about how they would feel if they didn't eat breakfast. And then when they don't answer it or think about it the way you want, you're going to call them dumb, which is literally 90% of the people. Smash that like and subscribe button though, guys. I'm going to send a link for the Discord in a second. But here, let's put it in the chat. So if anyone wants to debate, anyone wants to join the community, it's not all Trump supporters. It's filled with plenty of Democrats. So all the Democrats out there, relax. Charlie Kirk was a good man. This man never said anything racist in his damn life. Never in his damn life. But there you go. There's the Discord if you guys want to come in, pop in, debate. I'm not very close to the far right at all. If you're calling me far right, you're not in the center. In my opinion, there's no such thing as someone in the center. You're either, far left or you're either leaning towards the left or you're leaning towards the right. If you're center, you're leaning one way or another, definitely on certain issues, that's for sure. And apparently, you're fine with the Democrats cutting off 9 and 10-year-old kids' penises to give them transgenderism surgeries and to feed them hormones. And saying something like, oh, this or that, far right. I'm far right to someone that's all the way far left. I mean, if you're all the way over there and I'm here, then yeah, I'm probably, very far right from you. But I'm not all the way over here. Smash that like and subscribe button. Here again, if you want to join my Discord, Jaden is apparently a cross-dresser. Not something I support. I don't know if he identifies as trans or what, but that's definitely not something I support. But like I said, I believe in liberty. If you want to do something, you should do it. But in my ideal America, we're going to, slow down with this behavior because it's been rampant, running rapid in the last few years. I already told you why I care, because I don't want these people in women's spaces. That's why I care. It's pretty obvious. I've said this multiple times. There's my Discord link if you want to come in, join, talk, discuss. I see people are still talking about the orange face I did. That is pretty, I went to college, so that makes me better than you. Now pay off my loans, you racist. You uneducated racist. Now pay off my loans, you uneducated racist. I got a climate change degree. You can't tell me why I'm so quote-unquote far right, because I don't fit any of the far right narratives. Not whatsoever. I believe in immigration. I'm not anti-Israel. I'm pro-Israel. I believe in legal immigration. I believe in life and liberty. I believe in due process, which Trump has given every single illegal immigrant into this country that has been deported. He's given every single one of them due process. So how are any of my values ultra right wing? Liberals and the fake news. Feed them, feed them, feed them, feed them. All the Democrats are mad. They don't believe in freedom of speech. That's honestly sad to see that you don't believe in the Constitution. In the First Amendment. I'm not surprised. The Democrats do not like the Constitution. At least a lot of them don't. And then they claim Trump doesn't follow the Constitution. Blah, 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 blah. Republicans don't follow the Constitution. I'm not far right. I challenge you to come in my Discord, King Cobra, and talk with someone that is far right. Because apparently you've never talked to someone that's far right. Your entire bubble that you live in is probably all radical left Democrats. You've never talked to anyone on the far right. Or I challenge you to watch my debate debating someone that's actually on the far right because you don't understand what the far right is. You don't understand the political spectrum whatsoever. Freedom of speech, freedom from your insanity. You don't have to watch this. You don't have to watch this. You can click off if you want, but then you're going to miss all these funny memes. You're going to miss all these funny memes. Smash that like and subscribe button. Let's get to 100 likes? Question mark? I doubt that. What is far right? Please tell us. You don't know what far right is, so I highly doubt you know what far right is. I mean, you literally do not. You think I'm far right. That's how I know you're not far right. I'm liberal and I'm a moderate conservative. Even for a conservative, I'm not even on the right wing for a conservative, people. I'm moderately conservative. I'm moderate right. I'm moderate, but I'm leaning towards the right a bit. But apparently because I want to deport all the illegal criminal invaders in this country. Since I want to deport all the illegal immigrants in this country, I'm far right because I want to follow federal law. Following federal law makes you far right. You know, that's really interesting. I never heard that one before. You haven't even watched me enough to call me far right. When a liberal haven't called someone racist in 5 minutes. Come on, guys. It's been at least 5 minutes since one of you said that I was racist, even though I love all races, religions, ethnicities. No discrimination whatsoever. Just because I disagree with your beliefs or lifestyle doesn't mean I have discrimination towards you. You want me to send the Discord link? There you go. That's a great question for this guy. What's far right? What's far right? How would you reform immigration law? I mean, we can make other opportunities for people to come into the country quicker and legally, but other than that, I don't really see what other reform we would need. Charlie Kirk was brilliant. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Like your favorite president, Joe Biden. Litmus. Love this. Thanks, brother. Smash that like and subscribe button. This meme is funny, but you can only really tell what it is when you're not like standing in the light. Somebody needs to open an investigation to the Democrat Party to find out if they're even American. That's what it says, but you can't really see it. Let's go back to the Jaden Smith thing. Actually, no, let's go back to this. This is proof. This is proof that the Democrats, are, a lot of them are criminals. This is what they did for George Floyd during his passing. George Floyd's legacy versus Charlie Kirk's legacy. How can you tell me that the Democrat Party doesn't support criminality? They supported a criminal's passing away, and then they burned down a city for him. Congratulations. Let's get to 100 likes, though, guys. We're almost there. 100 likes. Smash that like and subscribe button. I have not seen a single video of Charlie Kirk getting owned before or losing a debate. I support Alligator Alcatraz. You believe in party politics. You would constantly expose left versus right. Division rhetoric. Yeah, it is good versus evil. None of that stuff that you mentioned is ultra right-wing, just so you're clear. Alligator Alcatraz is an ICE detention center. It is better quality than a lot of Biden and Obama's ICE detention centers. So there you go. I debated your first point. Second point was, you believe in party politics? Yeah. Conservatives, Republican people mostly follow certain politics. Democrats mostly follow certain politics. I mean, that is just factual. I don't know what to tell you there. You constantly divide, have the left and right division rhetoric. Yeah, that's because they're separating our country. This is a two-party political system. So how can you not expect to be separated by a political party? I don't know what to tell you, but nothing you said is ultra right-wing. Nothing whatsoever. But there you go. There's the Discord link if you guys want to join in. Quack. Quack. I'm not even going to say that the rest of that. Trump is MAGA. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about, anything you guys want to ask, you can drop some super chats. I'll respond to you 100%. Probably not going to go right onto the Discord right now or even after this live stream, but I'll be there eventually. Quite frankly, I'm a bit sick of the Discord, but I do it to round up people so we can debate on live stream one-on-one. See that button right there? Click that. Oh, Daniel's always mad. I know that Daniel's been watching for a long time, all the other live streams, and I'm sure he's seen the support we've gotten, and he's very angry about it. Have the Democrats always acted this bad? Actually, that's a great question, so I'm going to answer that one without a super chat. The answer is no. They have not always acted this bad. I believe they've been radicalized slowly throughout history, but the big radicalization was probably during Obama's administration. But maybe we can have some other thoughts or questions about that if you guys want. They shifted. The Democrat Party used to be the party of the common man, the common worker, but that was 40 years ago. That was 30, 40 years ago. Now times have changed. Now Republicans and MAGA, you know, that's the people that are the working class Americans. Insults are boring. Try logic, Democrats. I agree. Oh, excuse me. The party of criminals. I don't want to hear MAGA is a mess when this is your political party. Versus, you know, the good people of America. And history would agree. And history would agree. I mean, if you want me to criticize Trump or MAGA, I have criticized them multiple times. I don't feel a need to sit on here all day and criticize Trump or MAGA. I mean, you guys do that perfectly fine. That's your guys' job. But if you want me to sit here for 5 or 10 minutes and criticize Trump and MAGA, I mean, I can. Drop a $10 super chat, and I will. But other than that, I don't really find a purpose of just sitting here criticizing a party that you guys are already criticizing, you know, 100,000 times a day. We need to make our voices louder. We need to make our voices louder, guys. We need more support for MAGA and Trump supporting YouTube pages. We need more pro-Americans to support these kind of YouTube pages right here. It's very, very simple. Why are there no photos of Michelle Obama when she was pregnant? I don't know. That sounds interesting. Why are there no photos of Michelle Obama when she was pregnant? I don't know. That's an interesting one. Big Mike has a long history that you got to look into. The history of Big Mike. Supporting illegal immigrants, 100%. There's no reason that this country should be... We need to deport 30 million illegal immigrants. The first president that can do that, he should get multiple, you know, awards and Nobel Peace Prizes. It's very simple. She/he? Big Mike has a long history indeed. Someone says in the comments. I don't know if the government shutdown will happen. Trump is saying that there's going to be big consequences if they shut down the government. I mean, we've already talked about this a million different times before. There's no need to talk about it again. Really. Exaggerated statements? What kind of exaggerated statements? Hey, love you guys too. Slap that like and subscribe button. I would vote for him if I could, if he could. He will, maybe he can. Appreciate it, Allison Jones. I love you guys as well, you guys and gals out there. Trump has saved the stonk market. The stonk market is going up. Stonks, am I right, guys? We love stonks. The stock market is doing great. That is factual, good sir. The Democrats don't want to talk about that. That's actually a great debate point. It doesn't matter if you tell the Democrat Party that their taxes are down. If you tell them their taxes are down, they'll say, oh, you think that makes a great economy? You think that makes a great economy just because my taxes are lower? Just because my taxes are low? And then you'll tell them the stock market is also doing great, and they will say, that also doesn't mean that the economy is doing great. Just because the businesses on the stock market are doing great doesn't mean the economy is doing great. Oh, no, 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 no. Deny, 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 deny. Does not matter what you say, they're going to deny that shit to the death of them. Here we go. Here's one of those comments. The stock market is not a correlation to the economy. Actually, I'm at McDonald's and, we're selling less burgers right now. Brother, calm down. The economy is doing fantastic. Deny, deny, deny. Deny, deny, deny. Stonks, bonks, stonks, you name it. They're all going up. Everything is going up except the prices. Isn't that fantastic? Interest rate is being lowered. That's also fantastic. I hope there's more rate cuts. Economy is recovering from Mr. Dementia. Remember when the Democrats claimed for 4 years, that Joe Biden didn't have dementia and then replaced him at the last minute and said he did have dementia? Yeah, I remember that. Oh, Joe Biden's perfectly mentally competent. He's a genius. He's not slow. He's not losing it. He's not forgetting what happened yesterday. He's perfect. Then right before he runs against Trump, oh no, Sleepy Joe ain't okay. Sleepy Joe needs to be replaced. He is sleepy. We agree with you. We need to run Kamala. And that was pretty much, undemocratic if you ask me. Undemocratic if you ask me. No primary votes. No asking if the American people wanted to run Kamala versus Trump. None of that bullshit. They just did it. And you are perfectly fine and you want to sit here and criticize Trump for this or that. It's truly insane. Those egg prices are low. Those gas prices are low. It's truly, truly, truly fantastic. Like the live video and subscribe. It's Florida. It's red. In blue states, I understand in some blue states, prices have gone up. Prices have gone up. But in Florida, prices are down on everything. I love that comment. Look at the crime. It's the highest in the blue cities. Compare Miami, Florida to DC. Compare Miami, Florida to Los Angeles. Compare Miami, Florida to New York City. Huh. All those places compared to Miami have 10 times as much crime. I wonder why. Oh, that's right. They're Democrat-ran hellholes. But don't get me wrong, I love all those places I just mentioned, even if they are Democrat-ran hellholes. I still like to travel to those places. They're just not well governed. They're just not well governed whatsoever. Just not well governed whatsoever. Not even a little bit. Florida has a government surplus, and Cali is in debt. Cali's in the hole. Excuse me? Smash that like button. Let's get to 150 likes. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about, we can talk about it. Just drop some super chats and we can talk about it. Let's get back to the facts here. Let's get back to the facts. Hold on. Democrats are not going to like this one. Hold the door, guys. Hold the door. Let's see. Let's find some of the memes that I was looking for. Sorry, guys. It's not what it looks like. I'm looking at my laptop. It's not what it looks like. Okay, Democrats. Here we go. Here we go. There is a mother and there's a father. And this is what a man and a woman is. Do the Democrats now understand what a man and a woman is? Woman, man. And there's the babies. Baby girl, baby boy. Do you guys understand the very basics of biology class? Or do you guys need to go back? Mother, father. Just because I believe in biological genders, that means my knowledge of biology is a third grader. Just because I don't believe there's 57 genders, my idea of biology is, sea lion, Vance 2028. See what I do? I ain't lying. I like that name, sea lion. But yeah, what was I saying? Just because I just believe there's two genders, Vance 2028. I'm not against that either. I like Vance, but the hat don't lie. The hat don't lie. Maybe Eric Trump, maybe Donald J. Trump, and maybe in the future, 10 years from now, actually 15 years from now, when he's old enough, we can have Barron Trump as president. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, drop some super chats. Jim Leahy, yeah, shirt. Man, rest in peace, Jim Leahy, man. Trailer Park Boys, man, don't get me started there. Rest in peace, Jim Leahy. I'm repping this shirt for him, man. I'm repping this shirt for him. I mean, I love to talk about tariffs. What do you want to know? Drop a super chat and ask me. Well, we can talk about it. Apparently, talking about how amazing tariffs are and how they work for our country really pisses off the Democrats. Trump for Ukraine again? Let me guess. 4D chess? Welcome back, Ethan. Yes, 4D chess. But in all seriousness, if Trump is actually, going to be sending weaponry and supporting Ukraine, I disagree with him on that. Like, legitimately, that is bullshit. Ukraine cannot win this war unless we, supply them our actually expensive, dangerous weapons. Ukraine cannot win this war unless someone sends them troops. That is the factual part there. And if Trump is supporting that, I'm not for that. There are two genders, male, female. Not it, not they, but they. Ukraine has lost 20% of their country. 20% of their country. It's impossible to regain that territory. And Ukraine is running out of troops. They're running out of troops. Why do you think they have the French Foreign Legion there helping them fight off Russia? Why do you think they're getting troops from other different places and hiring, mercenaries and stuff like that? It's because they don't have enough troops. And the only way they can win this war is if either the UK or some country in Europe sends in 100,000 troops, a couple 100,000 troops, or if America sends in a couple 100,000 troops. And all that this is going to cause is World War III. So Trump is trying to, if Trump is saying that he's going to do that, I don't agree with him. And I think that's a horrible decision. But also, he could be playing 4D chess. He could be trying to manipulate Ukraine or Russia into doing what he wants. We can't sit here and say that's, not possible and that's not what he's possibly up to. Sorry, guys, I'm still a bit sick. If you buy Chinese, you should pay tariffs. All the Democrats like to say is, and all the leftists like to say is, you don't know what you're talking about. Lies, lies, lies. Well, please educate me. Don't just say I don't know what I'm talking about or lie, lie, lie. Ukraine is doing good in the war. I don't think they'll win, but I think they can hold off longer. I can say that. I'm not completely delusional. I mean, when your country has way less military power, way less population, and way less troops, and you've been holding off for, 3.5, 4 years. I don't know how long it's been, but probably about 3 years now. I can say that, you're doing quote unquote good, but I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that they're winning the war because they're not winning the war. They lost 20% of their land to Russia already. They should have taken that first deal. I would have liked to see it end with that first deal where, Russia might get a little pieces of land here and there. But apparently that's not what Trump wants to do anymore. But we'll see. We'll see. People change their opinions. Trump is just trying to do his best to try to make this war end. Hopefully he focuses on that mission and doesn't try to, empower Ukraine into trying to think that they can win this war because, I don't think that's going to happen. Free Big Mike. Your own travel, scared of Big Mike? Not really. I know Big Mike doesn't have 2 X chromosomes, though. Who's Big Mike? I don't know, man. Maybe you should do some research if you don't know who Big Mike is. I know about the history of Crimea. I know about Ukraine. I don't know. I don't need to sit here and let you guys. Canada, 51st state. Hell yeah. Well, I'll talk about that in a second. But let's talk about this comment right here. Yeah, host. In 2015, Ukraine has been fighting Russia. Yeah, I know about that. I've dated women straight out of Ukraine before. But they weren't like in active war zones or anything. But I know about the history of freaking Ukraine and Russia, okay? I know that, they've had issues. They annexed Crimea in 2014. I know about that, okay? That's something that you need to ask the Democrats about, honestly. Canada, 51st state. Yeah, I actually would like them to become the 51st state. The thing that scares me is that most of them would become, radical left Democrat voters. So maybe, here's an idea. A theoretical idea, no one lose their mind. Maybe we can trade California for, what's that one area of Canada? Maybe we can trade Canada for that one conservative area of Canada, possibly. Possibly, just an idea. I don't know. Just a theoretical idea. You have to be trolling, King Copa. You have to be trolling. Please trade California. We donate to everyone else. We all love the Constitution. Okay, you keep asking me about Tylenol. Well, you better slam that like and subscribe button. Do you guys want me to talk about Tylenol, or what do you think? It's because you're a radical leftist. I'm saying moderate, well-rounded, common sense talking points. And just because you don't agree, oh well. I'm not saying anything right-wing. If Tylenol is safe, why have women been hospitalized? Or 51st state, Alberta. That was the place I was thinking about. 51st state, Alberta. We would also trade Canada for Alberta. If Tylenol is safe, why are women being hospitalized and put on life support for taking handfuls of it? Radical leftist Democrat women are trying to make a political talking point when they're pregnant by taking handfuls of Tylenol despite Donald Trump, and now one of them is on life support on an oxygen breathing machine. I mean, that is fucking nuts. That is Trump derangement syndrome at its peak. There's been, countless cases of women hospitalized for, taking too much of it, that are pregnant, that are trying to spite Donald J. Trump. One of them is on life support. What the actual fuck? Should I tell you guys how many people get hospitalized for Tylenol a year? Would you like to know? Would you like to know how many people get hospitalized for Tylenol a year? Yeah, you would like to know it. I know you guys would like to know it. 60,000 emergency department visits a year, 3,000 hospitalizations, and 500 deaths a year from Tylenol. So, just saying. You guys are okay with all those numbers of 56,000 emergency room visits? What do you think about Trump sending warships to Venezuela? I mean, I don't know what his plan is. Obviously, they have some master plan, but once again, this is looking like we're fighting against communism and the drug trade, and we'll see what happens. And so far, I support everything. I support his military decisions. I support him blowing up Venezuela ships with drugs on them. I support him apprehending Venezuela vessels with drugs on them. And if we go after Venezuela, I mean, we can end communism there. We can bring freedom into their country. And, we can bring democracy. I don't think any of them like that leader. They need a new currency and they need a new leader. Their currency has been severely devalued. Not to mention, they need democracy. They have all kinds of, it's not even just about democracy. They have all kinds of economic and starvation problems. But they have, if not the biggest oil reserves in the entire world, definitely the biggest oil reserves in the Americas. But, they could be a powerful country like United Arab Emirates. They have that much oil. They should be one of the most wealthy, developed nations in South America, truly. But instead, they're being held back by communism, and it's very, very disappointing. It's very unfortunate. So if Trump does invade it, would I support it 1,000%? Probably not. And I think it's the right decision. Possibly. Depends on how everything plays out. And it depends. I don't support sending American troops, really. I don't support a draft. It's a really complicated question. But if we could somehow end the communism without, change the leadership without sending American troops in, I would 100% support that. If we do end up sending American troops, I don't know how I would feel. Let me just clarify that statement. Moment of silence for Charlie Kirk, R.I.P. That was the moment of silence. That was a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. So yeah, it's a complicated topic on Venezuela, but do I support the warships so far? I think so, yeah. Do I support, sending our troops in there for an invasion? That's more of a complicated one. I wouldn't say 100%. I wouldn't say for sure or not. Just depends how everything plays out. Capitalism isn't perfect, but it's better than communism. There might be ways to improve capitalism. Absolutely. Horrific situation in America. It's a warning to the rest of the world. Don't let a dictator like Donald Trump come. No! Help us, someone. The Democrat Party is losing control. Oh, yeah, boo-hoo. I don't care about your damn fucking sob stories. Sorry, boo-hoo. You ain't winning an election. Your radical lefties have been attacking ICE officers with guns, with rocks. You took out Charlie Kirk, you radical left demon rats. Not much more to say. Not much more to say. Let's get back to this. The Democrats' favorite photo. Excuse me. The radical leftist Democrats took out Charlie Kirk. Absolutely back to this again. You guys love this image. Why couldn't I go back to this? You know what? I got to come on the live stream again and bring back even more photos. The people in the comments saying sound when I said moments of silence. You are sick who said sound. You are fucking sick. Can't even give a damn man a moment of silence when he passed away. That's how sick and disgusting the Democrats are. Someone dropped a super chat and said, give Charlie Kirk a moment of silence. What did the Democrats say? They said sound, sound, sound. Fucking sickening demon rats. These are not regular Democrats of the 1960s. These are demon rats. If you can't give a Christian father that passed away a moment of silence, that is despicable. That is disgusting. That's why people call you guys Diddycrats and demon rats. Now, once again, I'll state again, since people all over YouTube are making videos about me saying, oh, he calls all Democrats Democrats. No, I do not. I only call the sick and twisted individuals celebrating an innocent Christian father's death demon rats, because that's exactly how they are acting. And I have friends and family that are Democrats. Why would I say they're all demon rats when I love my friends and family? That just makes no sense. That just makes no damn sense. He's more Christian than you, Kate. Smash that like and subscribe button. We have a lot of evil demon rats in the comments. It does not surprise me one single bit. Your day is coming. Your day will come. I don't know if he's trans or if he's a cross-dresser. I really don't know. If he was a Muslim, the narrative would be completely different about Charlie Kirk. Yeah, that's actually, that's actually something to think about. Since you're saying wake up, I'll go back to my real background. Wake up, America. Trump was right about everything. There you go. There's the actual background I have, just in case some of you haven't. That's Jaden. Or that's JJ, whatever we should call him now. Smash that like and subscribe button. What do I mean by your day will come? If you are acting negative and talking about a dead man, all I'm going to say is not too much good stuff is coming your way. That's what happens when you have two female parents. This is what happens when you have two female parents. It can sound like a lot of things. I just told you what it really means. It says a lot. It means a lot of good karma is not coming your way. That's what it means. Why is it okay to trash talk the left? Because they're leaving demonic comments and threats against me and in the entire conservative party. And anyone that's conservative, they are killing us in the streets. They are killing ICE agents. They are, et cetera, et cetera. Anyone that doesn't agree with them, they are unaliving them. So don't ask me why it's okay for us to make fun of the left. I'm not inciting anything whatsoever. I've never told anyone to go out and do anything. I'm a peaceful man. I believe in changing this country through discourse and debate. No violence. Peace, 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 peace. Very simple. I'm not inciting anything. My name isn't Hassan Piker. Hassan Piker is a radical leftist inciting violence against anyone that doesn't believe in the radical left communist agenda. They didn't agree with the healthcare system, so they unalived the head of the healthcare company. I mean, that was definitely a politically motivated shooting. Smash that like and subscribe button. If you guys have any other questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about, you can drop some super chats. We can talk about it. But smash that like and subscribe button. Who was left? They were all radical leftists. Everything that I mentioned so far was by radical leftists. If your family member died, would you want people talking during their funeral? That is what the Democrats are doing. If your family member died, would you want people talking during the funeral? That is what you're doing, Democrats. Yep. That is disgusting. That is a disgusting activity. Truly disgusting. Okay, he made a small spelling mistake. Who gives a damn? This is freaking YouTube. This is not an MLA format essay for your local liberal college. It was not a funeral. It was a commemorative moment of silence for a man that passed away. Would you want people talking during a commemorative moment of silence for one of your dead family members? Answer the question, Democrats. It just shows that you have no compassion or sympathy. Charlie Kirk said we shouldn't be giving these people empathy because they actually need sympathy. But you Democrats take that out of context and say, Charlie Kirk doesn't believe in empathy. Charlie Kirk doesn't believe in empathy. Shut the hell up. But I appreciate you. See what I do? I ain't lying. I love that name. Far-right radicals are committing violence too. Admit it. Who was Nia Wilson? Not familiar with that, but I'm sure there are far-right radicals out there. I'm not saying there's not, but the majority of the violence. I mean, hell, New York Post just came out with an entire article talking about the rise of violence on the radical left is rising above everything else right now. New York Post. That is a left Democrat freaking news source. I'll look it up, but man, I know there's incidences out there. I'm not denying it. But are we going to sit here and pretend that the radical left Democrats didn't have him in celebrating, not only Charlie Kirk's passing away, but that Ukrainian girl's passing away? They gave money to the man that stabbed that innocent Ukrainian woman on the bus. They started a GoFundMe for that. Tell me these people don't have a damn mental problem again. Dude, I'm looking it up. Calm down. I already told you I concede to the fact that people on the radical right have done rarely incidents here or there, but I don't even see anything connecting this to a political violence thing. Like I said, I'm just looking it up now. Not seeing how this was politically, anything. All they're talking about is, why did a white man unalive a black woman? This doesn't seem anything about politics to me. This does not seem politically motivated whatsoever. She got poked up. Once again, I'm not seeing anything about political violence whatsoever. Why did the guy who unalived the 2 Congress people shoot the dog? Why did the guy who unalived the 2 Congress people shoot the dog? I have no freaking idea. Why did he do that? Because he's a fucked up individual? I don't know. Because the Dems are mentally ill? I did touch it. A white man unalived 2 black women. What does this have to do with anything politically motivated? You're still yet to answer my question. Dylan Roof, also no connections to political, affiliation. He was anti-Christian. He was a radical right. He was a neo-Nazi and a white supremacist. So I guess in one way or another you could say he was a radical right. But just because a neo-Nazi or a supremacist did something, a white supremacist did something, does not mean it's politically connected to, a Republican or a Democrat party. I'm not defending him. He's a horrible human being. But what I'm saying is all the stories that you were mentioning are not that much correlated with, political party. Yes, he was far right, but he was not out here preaching and talking about politics and whatnot. He did this because, he's anti-Christian and he didn't like black people. That's why he did it. He didn't do it because these people were Democrats or etc. far left. He did it because they were black people. He was a white supremacist and a Nazi. So once again, what does this have to do with, anything to do with, political party? You failed on both of your examples. You failed on both of your examples, but I condemn both of these actions. They are disgusting. 100% disgusting. But when you're talking about a politically motivated situation, you really got to specify. But listen, Mr. Queen Copa, can you at least agree the man that took out Charlie Kirk was a radical left Democrat? Or can we not even agree on that? Smash that like and subscribe button. Queen hates reality. That ain't even your real name. I'm just calling you what the nickname calls you. We'll just call you Koopa. We'll keep it respectful. It is today. I am American of European ancestry, good sir. I told him to message me and we can set it up. But don't come on here talking about that guy. I'm sick and tired of hearing about that guy. When we do it, we'll do it, man. But don't ask me again. Terrible thing that happened. Well, you still didn't answer my question. But I think we're going to probably, restart this live stream in 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to take a small coffee break here. We'll come back on live. But you know what? I'll give you guys another couple minutes. If you drop a super chat, we can go for 10 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, comments, topics, anything you want to talk about. Saying that shit now to fake virtual signal. If there's any questions or comments you guys want me to answer, drop a super chat. I always answer those. What am I mad about? What am I mad about? What mummy movie? Is a new one coming out? No, I'm not going to be in it. I wish. If someone wants to hire me as an actor, come and do it. Okay, that's a little bit of a funny joke. I have no idea who Brenda Foster and his son are, but very interesting. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a quick break here. No, I don't debate on a Discord server. I debate live on YouTube on stream. If he doesn't want to show his face because he's cowardly, that's completely fine with me. But we're not debating on the Discord server. That's not going to happen. And you can't debate me, King Koopa. I don't care if Discord has FaceTime. I do my debates the way I want them on my channel. Come on here, come on the YouTube with the link. Any final questions, comments, anything you guys want to say, you can drop a super chat. We can talk about it for 10, 15 damn minutes. If not, we'll hop off here for a quick 10-minute intermission and we'll hop back on, guys. How does that sound? Sound good for you guys? Come back, hit that notification bell, a like, subscribe. Join my Discord. Should I post the Discord link one more time? Maybe I'll just do it for kicks and giggles if you actually want to join. There you go, guys. There's the Discord link right there. I'll give you guys a minute or so to join it, or any final possible questions or super chat questions or anything you want to talk about, discuss. I'm here for it. All right, guys. I'll be back. If you want to talk with me one-on-one, there's the Discord link, and I'll be back. 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, 20 minutes maximum. Hit that notification bell.